Hello, listeners. This is Ben of Syndicated with Lesley and Ben. I'm the Ben of that. We just recorded an hour and a half plus of talk about vintage regional commercials with our friend and the upcoming host of the grocery and shopping podcast 10 Items or Less, Rachel Collins. What you're about to listen to is the first 15 or so minutes of that, featuring 3 of the commercials that we ended up talking about. The full episode is up on our Patreon and contains 21 commercials with our live commentary and a bunch of childhood memories about stores like Dalton Booksellers, HEB, CompUSA, Hollywood Video, and there's some theme park talk, so Six Flags. There's an attached YouTube playlist that contains all of the commercials we talked about in order. The audio's in the episode itself, but, some of these need to be seen to be believed. We hope you'll consider supporting us directly at patreon.com/infinitybreak. But for now, enjoy this free teaser. Live from tape from our studios in Austin, Texas and Portland, Oregon, it's Syndicated with Lesley and Ben. Hey folks, I'm the Ben of that.
And I'm the Lesley. This is a twice-monthly podcast about television, genre, and storytelling in which we watch an episode of a show and explore the history of television one episode at a time, except not this time.
Not this time. We're covering what I think we could consider maybe the other half of television, which is that we're covering commercials today. This is a kind of bonus episode in which we thought, wouldn't it be fun to kind of reflect on the advertising of yesteryear? I think commercials are, for the most part, maybe not part of our current watching diet anymore because of the way streaming services and whatnot are structured. But obviously they were key parts of our childhood and early adult years. So we're reflecting on some commercials of yesteryear with our friend Rachel Collins. Rachel, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's a weird weather summer here in Austin, Texas. I went down the corner to go pick up a cup of coffee today. Shout out to Talisman Coffee, really one of the best coffee spots in town. And got rained on, and so was a couple minutes late to the recording because I was wet.
Oh. Well, yeah, I'm telling you, Ben, there was one day where it was in the 70s at noon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In July in Austin, Texas. It was absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, usually, for those who are not in the know, normally, I want to say July in Austin is high of 97, low of 78, 100% humidity all day.
Yes.
And that low of 78 really just means that it's it feels like it's
at
in the
2
low
in the
90s.
Morning.
At 2 in the morning.
And it's at 2 in the morning. It's not during the day at any point.
Yeah.
Oof. And I also would like to point out that this is coming off the back of last year, which was the worst summer since 2011 in terms of consecutive. It was 45 consecutive days of over 100 degrees. So
yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
So we are covering the commercials of yesteryear. Specifically, we have all contributed to this little playlist of vintage commercials. I think our general idea was either hyper-regional or defunct chains and restaurants and stores. So there will be some brand names you recognize, some brand names you don't recognize at all. And importantly, I think we also have a wide range of time. I think our most recent commercial is 2001 or something. And our oldest commercial is the 60s. I think what we're going to do is we're going to play the commercials because they're all 30 seconds. And then we're going to react after the fact. Anyway, so I did the tiniest amount of research, but this is for Carol's, which appears to have been a northeastern chain of family restaurants that is long since defunct. And I hope you're ready for the most Brady Bunch ass music and visuals.
Yeah.
If good food turns you on, turn into Carol's. Drive right in and have the meal of your life. If good food turns you on, turn into Carol's. Where the service is the fastest and the price is right.
Amazing.
You know,
I found I find that exceedingly charming is the problem.
They used to go so fucking hard to advertise to us. They used to have to really try to get our attention, and it shows.
They used to have to write individual songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say the jingle is a lost fucking art. Yeah, we all kind of hate the like Whopper double Whopper commercial, but it's a fucking jingle. They're giving us something.
I obviously, living in the 21st century, I will never be able to go to a Carol's. That does not prevent me from just hearing "If Good Food Turns You On" turn into carols in my brain for the rest of my life. Unfortunately.
Good food turns you on, turn into carols. Come on and party tonight. Like
I like this more.
I really wish
soulful
there was like
take
a
on the
disco
song.
version of that.
Yeah, somebody. Do any of our listeners fuck with music?
I'll see if Johnny can do that.
Yeah.
Just add like a really basic like techno beat in the background. The phrasing "if good food turns you on," it's just not quite how we use that phrase anymore, I think.
Sure. Although it still does though.
Yeah. No, of course it does for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't
like,
imagine that being on the airways now.
Like, yeah, it was like, yeah, sex is good or fine or whatever. But have you ever had
carols?
like a really good smash burger where like the meat is like crispy and thin on the edges of the patty, but it's like little like fat and thick in the middle, or like a really good fancy potato from like a fancy fucking place where it's like crispy crunchy on the outside and then just like goo on the inside, but it is still just potato. Yeah, like I would rather like I think I get as much if not more pleasure from eating like an ideal form of potato than I do from like fucking most of the time.
Honestly,
not to reveal where my pleasure centers are, but
no, but honestly, same, because if you think about it, like I experience one of those things far more often than the other, and so like yeah give me the potato.
Yeah, give me a good fucking potato.
I mean, a good fucking potato.
Yeah.
So important context on this is that while we all contributed to this playlist, I did not watch the ones that Rachel sent, and Rachel, I would hope you didn't watch the ones that I sent.
I haven't watched.
No,
any of these,
I did not watch the ones that you sent.
And I also need to add mine.
Should I give a little bit of context for this ad in particular?
Oh, please. I would love to know more.
So part of the deal with me personally in Dillard's is that in college, my mom worked at the Clinique counter at the Dillard's in Highland Mall. R.I.P. Highland Mall. May you live forever as a ACC campus. That's a really great use of a fucking mall. But yeah, Mr. Dillard would like go through and like very sexistly write like the cutest girls the makeup counter checks. This is according to my mom. She loves to yap and tell stories, so like a grain of salt, but I would not be surprised if this was true because she was a baddie with a fatty, and still is. So like when Mr. Dillard would like tour his various stores in Texas, would like write checks to the pretty girls at the makeup counter. And my mom would just pay her rent 3 months ahead with a random check that like a guy gave her. And I think it was maybe like $300 or something. Like not a lot of money today, but like enough money that like her apartment in Hyde Park, close to where she was like in undergrad at Concordia, would just take care of it. Anyways, obviously this old bitch dies. Mr. Dillard, not my mom. My mom is going to outlive me and outlive everybody. That's not negotiable. And so then after his death, there was like a big dust up about who would take over the company.
Oh, I love Succession.
Yeah, no, we all love Succession here. We all love to know who's the eldest boy. But yeah, this was like a little bit of a weird like assurance ad that Dillard's would still sell women very broad-shouldered blazers for a not super discounted price, and would be much fancier than your other stores, than your Foley's or your or your Mervin's or JCPenney's at the mall.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. That is actually critical context because this is not a brand I am familiar with as a West Coaster.
Yeah, Dillard's is basically like...
I love Dillard's.
Neiman Marcus is, I want to say, the big Texas, like, fancy store brand that's, like, made it around the country. But Dillard's is basically, like, a little bit nicer level than, like, your Macy's is.
Yeah, I would say it's, like, 1.5 times Macy's.
So, like maybe a Nordstrom's, or is that too fancy?
Not quite Nordstrom's.
It's not quite on Nordstrom's level. Yeah.
It's like
so
almost there. It's almost there.
So it's like when you think about Ross, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and like TJ Maxx is like the nice. This is more of like the Marshalls of that like situation,
Yes.
and Macy's is Ross.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Well, all right. So this actually, I lied earlier. I did watch this one. I was curious.
Okay.
Ben!
But all the other ones, I'm still surprised for all
This
the other ones.
commercial does not make sense without context.
All right, and thank you for that context. Here is Dillard's Integrity advertisement. If you're following along, we of course are including this playlist in our Patreon post and everything.
Yep.
Integrity. Nowadays, you might wonder where that word went. I guess it's just a little harder to find now than it was about 50 years ago when William Dillard was starting his department stores. Yes, Mr. Dillard knew all about integrity. A fair price, a fair profit. Today, there are Dillards across the land, but you know what? Mr. Dillard still runs them with integrity.
This does not give you any fucking taste of like how goddamn fancy it felt to like look at homecoming dresses or first communion outfits like at fucking Dillard's.
I feel like
Dillard's was where you went the third floor of, and it was custom furniture, and you could like sit on all of these couches and touch the nicest leather your like grubby little kid on food stamps hands had ever experienced, and was like, this is me, this is my life.
I feel like that was kind of like the Jabberwocky of commercials. Like,
elaborate, please.
So, like, you know, in Better Off Ted, they have to create like a fake product, and they make like a fake,
yes.
like PowerPoint for it. Like that felt very Jabberwocky to me because, like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what do you sell? What do you do? What is this for? Why
it gives
do
you
I want
fucking nothing? It's
why
great.
do I want integrity in my whatever thing it is that this does? You know, like, is that an important aspect? Tell me. Like, I need to know more. I need to know more.
I don't typically go for that level of old man pining of like, you know, better days were in the past, and truth, it's hard to come by these days. But when he said fair price and fair profit, then I was like, oh yeah, all right, we don't have that anymore.
Oh no.
All right, I'm with you on this one, old man. Fine. Yeah, shit's pricey and it's broken.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Bring back Dillard's, I guess. I don't know.
Well, no,
I think Dillard's is still
kicking.
around.
Oh no, it's definitely still like okay. So one thing that y'all both need to know, but Rachel, you need to know this in particular. The dream of the '90s is incredibly alive in Barton Creek Square Mall.
I love walking around that fucking Dillard's. They have not changed the carpet in 30 fucking years.
They haven't done it, and then when you go, like the place is always popping. Always popping, and it's there's still Eclairs there. We still have Dillard's, like it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. But like right before the pandemic, our mutual friend Andrea was getting people together to do like mall walks, and yeah, Barton Creek was definitely the preferred one because you go to Lakeline and like Lakeline has done like a whole renovation, so there's none of like the weird quirky 90s shit all over the place. Like there's not the weird fake like foam board Austin skyline bent over to the fucking what's it called when you have a window in the ceiling and the skylight?
Skylight.
Yeah, like it's just God. I should have found like, obviously not for this, but I will probably tonight look up like local news coverage of the opening of Lakeline Mall, because it was very controversial. There's an endangered beetle in the wooded area nearby, so like they had to build it in a very specific way.
Right.
Anyways, this is local lore. Sorry for burping. And yeah, when they opened it up, it was like, wow, what a cool and exciting mall. And it is like the most, like, it looks like a weird, like funky textbook on the inside and in the food court. And I do not know how to express like what it looks like, other than it looks like a funky textbook, like a real fun social studies textbook.
Yeah. I'm picturing the exact textbook, in fact.
I'm so excited to see what you mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, as we were hinting, obviously a commercial for people who are already familiar with the brand name.
Yeah.
And who have already been there. It's just like, I guess, yeah. What did you say? Assurance? That sounds right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
This next one is from 1993. It's for Eckerd. I've not heard of this brand. I think this is one of yours, Rachel.
I remember Eckerd.
Yeah. No, beloved drugstore chain that got bought out by CVS.
Yeah.
Oh. Genuinely tragic, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
First came the light. The composition. When you capture an image this special, you need the special quality of Eckerd UltraLab 35. 30% larger prints and 2 rolls of film for the regular price of 1. For the pictures of a lifetime.
Y'all, that's so...
Listener, I started crying during
I'm so moved. Like, they told us such a story. Like, remember when commercials would tell a story? Oh, wow.
Thank you so much for listening to the free teaser of our little Patreon special. You are welcome to listen to the rest of it at patreon.com/infinitybreak at the $5 a month level. Thank you for your support, and thanks for listening.